introduction to the pentatonic scale. We're looking at basically how to get you soloing as efficiently and as easily as possible, and obviously later we can do more intense work. So make sure you've got a copy of the PDF that I'm going to be referring to as we go through the video. And we're going to start off with the A minor pentatonic scale position 1, and if you have the copy of the PDF, it's this scale with the green dots. Okay, if you need a copy, just inbox me via my YouTube channel or WhatsApp me. Okay, here we go. We're starting with finger 1. Notice my fingers are numbered for nice and ease. And your first note in A minor is going to be there. And I'm playing through the scale as it appears on the diagram. First note, second note, third note, fourth note, fifth note. That's the octave. And it gradually works its way across like that. And back. On the diagram as well, you'll notice there's lots of light grey dots as well. These show us all the notes from the other positions. In other words, if you're learning position 5 or position 3, for example, all these scales actually are included inside the actual guitar neck itself. But we're working with the first position just to get you going. Okay. And also what I want you to notice is that the notes are A, C, D, E, G, and then it starts all again at A, being the octave that I mentioned earlier. So we're going to start with that scale, and then we're going to progress to the second. Now, the hassle with the block positions is it's very limited. I'm only playing a total of 12 notes, and we're staying in one fixed position on the guitar. Yes, I could go all the way up to fret number 17 and play it over here as well, because remember, past fret 12, with double dots underneath there, everything repeats. So you can also do it over here as well. Okay, on to shape number 2, the 3-octave pentatonic beginning on the note G. Now, first of all, just because we're starting on the note G does not mean we're in the key of G, because it's the collection of notes, the group of notes used that determine the key, not only the starting note. So we're still in the key of A minor, even though we're starting on G, because the notes are the same. Now you'll see I've color coded them, and the first 5 notes in orange red sort of type of color should be like this. And you'll notice over there that I'm only using my first and third finger. First finger, third finger, first finger, third finger, and then the third jumps across. Now when playing this first 5 notes, we're going to use picking notes, or we can use hammer-ons and pull-offs, which means I pick and I hammer on the next note. Pick, hammer, and then I slide up. This gives me nice legato. And then if you're picking, please remember to alternate the strokes. Down, up, down, up, down. Very, very important. So 2 ways to practice the scale, with hammer-ons and slides, and obviously picking everything as well. Simple as that. Now what I want us to get out of this particular diagram is that the first 5 red orange notes, these ones we just did, if I start over here now, which is the 5th fret of the 4th string, you'll notice that the blue dots are the same shape as the orange red dots. And if I first play the first 5, listen carefully for the octave kicking in. And here's that octave we spoke about. Same notes, only higher in pitch. So what we're getting over here is, first of all, we're moving across the guitar neck, and the repetition of the physical shape of each 5 notes played. One more time, watch my finger sequence and watch how they move. Here's the second one. Moves the same way, and ultimately you want to join them. Simple as that. Next up, the yellow notes, the mustard type color, starts now at fret number 8 of the 2nd string, and this is the 3rd octave. And once more, please notice that the shapes repeat. In other words, this diagram is the same shape as this one, the blue, which is the same shape as the red. Simple as that. So if you join them, sounds quite cool. So instead of thinking of this as a 5th 15-note scale from fret 3 all the way to fret 12, we would rather think of it as a 5-note scale, repeating its sequence of notes, the shape, the movement of the hand 3 times. First shape, second shape, third shape. So I'm hoping that you get that this scale now becomes super easy to use. Okay, next up we're going to look at the third diagram. And what I want us to notice over there is that there seems to be like a random shape starting over here, fret 1, with a mustard with 2 blue notes. Ignore those for now. Okay, so we're temporarily ignoring those notes. I'll explain them towards the end of this particular chapter. And we want to look at the orange, pinkish notes, red notes. We're starting at fret number 8 now, that note which is a C. And this is still in the same key. So the same way that we had the notes A, C, D, E, G. Over here you went G, A, C, D, E. And over here it's C, D, E, G, A. They all contain the same notes. So if all 3 of these contain the same notes, they obviously must be in the same key. That's the lesson behind this as well. There's a lot of lessons actually here. But that's most important as well. We're all in the same key. So here, this time, instead of going 2 notes and dropping down, we go 3 notes. We first move up with the 3rd finger, and you'll notice that all the diagrams, when I move up, when I do the slide jump, it's the ring finger like that. So here we go, a bit more central, the red shape, orange shape, pink shape. Then I go to the blue. Same sequence of fingers. When you go to the mustardy yellow, and I'm hoping that you realize the repetition. So the same way we had a repetition shape inside the first one, or diagram 2, diagram 3 has also got repetition. Diagram 2 goes 2 notes, then 3 notes, 2 notes in that string, then 3 notes, then 2, then 3 notes, then 2, then 3. While this one now, diagram 3, first goes 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, and then goes 2. So the mathematical symmetry, if you want to call that, is actually quite interesting with this particular scale. This one goes 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And this one goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we haven't done the descending yet. Those are both ascending. When you descend on diagram 2, remember we ascended with the ring finger, right? Ring finger did all the slides up. When you descend with the first finger. So 3rd finger, first finger, and you jump back with the first. This is obviously diagram 2 now. First finger jumps back. That automatically lines up your ring finger like that onto the first. Slight movement back because of the diagram, you'll see it. 3rd finger, first finger, back, 3rd finger, then up again, 3rd finger, first finger, back, first finger. So when you ascend, you go with the 3rd finger, and descending. That sounds quite cool. Okay, now in the 4th diagram on the page, you'll see there's only 2 colors there, and all the blue notes is diagram number 2. So all the blue notes, excuse that one note, I'm not reading the video, all those notes there are the blue notes, and all the red orangish notes all those notes now are going to be the diagram 3. So if you combine diagram 2 and diagram 3 and you superimpose them like there is in diagram 4, you'll notice your entire guitar neck is covered. Okay. Now, I've spoken earlier in the video about this mustard notes in diagram 3 going from this over here, 1, 3, like that. That is just showing where all the other notes are inside that scale. So if I had more frets over here, which obviously aren't, the guitar would actually form a full circle, if that sort of makes sense. It's almost like I took my neck and I bent it around. So the neck loops, in other words, the same way that fret 12 is the same as fret 1. 3 would be the same as, well, 12 would be the same as open, sorry. 3 would be the same as 15. 17 would be the same as 5, 17, and so on. Okay. So it's repetition. So if I were able to play position 2, the diagram 3 from here, it would eventually come onto the fretboard. And that's this part here. Finishing it off, and the same obviously with diagram 2. Hope that part didn't get confusing. Now, a nice little trick for a bit of overdrive and a bit of distortion. Here's some nice little speed tricks for you to try out. Okay, other than the picking of everything and the sliding and the hammer-ons and the pull-offs, what sounds quite cool is to do a double hammer-on and pull-off. So we're using diagram number 2 again, starting on the note G we spoke about earlier, and we're going to go. And notice one pick, hammer-on, pull-off, hammer-on. Then I go to the next pair, so I'm grouping 2 notes together. Then I group it again. And notice I'm still using fingers 1 and 3. And if I join them, with some palm damping, and it's quite a nice way to get into soloing. Now you take that with position 1, the green dots right from the very beginning, and you combine it, and you're suddenly able to get around the guitar neck quite nicely. So combining just 2 scale shapes and maybe dropping in that position number 1, you've got your entire guitar neck under your control. Now to finish off, I'm going to put just a little bit of a jam on, and I'm going to put more of a mellow vibe just to show you how this can work in a specific key for you. And the jam in A minor, only using the scales we learned. That was the green note, for example. Diagram 2. Go to diagram 1. Diagram 3. Back to the diagram 1. And a bit of speed. Here's the hammer-ons and pull-offs again. And well, I could bore you to tears for hours and hours just having fun with a basic backing track in A minor, which you can just go to YouTube. I typed in, for example, John Mayer style backing track in A minor, and that's what you heard in the background. And it was just fun to play. So I hope you enjoyed the scales. I hope you learned from the scales. I hope you realize the repetitiveness of those 2 scales. I hope you can appreciate the fact that you got your entire guitar neck under control. That's very important. And if you want some exercises on the pentatonic scale, stuff like, let me know, I'll happily send it through to you. But this lesson was just to get the scales, first of all, under control. Have an awesome week. Take care.